Night story. Ruben is a man around 45 years old who works as a bus driver for an intercity transportation company. He has spent practically his whole life driving through the region's roads. But in all those years, he had never experienced anything like what happened that night. He was driving the Sincelejo-Barranquilla route on a Holy Thursday night. A coworker was with him and they took turns driving so each could rest. It had been a calm trip. The bus was half full, the weather was perfect despite recent rains, and there had been no issues whatsoever. But everything changed around 2 a.m. when they had to stop in the middle of nowhere. About 100 meters ahead, they saw what looked like an improvised roadblock. A group of children asking for money. There were tires and ropes stretched across the road. About 7 kids were walking back and forth, some with burning torches, others with sticks, and one shaking a small container signaling for coins. Ruben found it extremely strange. Because of the time. Because it was Holy Thursday. And because there were no houses nearby, just jungle. The nearest village was several kilometers away. "What do we do?" he asked his coworker. "I don't know, man. You tell me. First time I've ever run into kids like this at this hour. It's really weird." "Let's open the window and toss them a coin," Ruben suggested. "And what if this is something not human?" his friend replied. "That's exactly why. If it's a spirit asking for something, it's best to give it. You never know. My grandma always said, you have to respect these things." "Man, I don't know," said the coworker. "Let's just drive through slowly, honk the horn, and if they don't move, we toss the coins. But you know how heavy things feel around this time of year. Better not take risks." And that's what they did. They didn't think about it any further. They decided to move forward slowly, honking the horn. As they passed the roadblock, the kids moved to the sides of the road, but then began to hit the bus with their sticks. "There you go. Just a bunch of brats messing around," the coworker muttered. Ruben hit the gas, leaned out the window trying to get a better look, and noticed something very strange. The kids' bodies looked mangled, wrinkled, some shirtless. They looked malnourished. But the weirdest part? He couldn't see any of their faces. Their faces were covered by a dark shadow from their eyes down to their mouths. But the most chilling part came just a few meters later. In the rearview mirror, he saw that the glow of the torches suddenly went out, leaving the road behind them completely pitch black. And as they turned a corner, the bus headlights lit up something in the woods. A massive animal about the size of a horse, beheaded, hanging from a pole. Neither of them said a word. Not until 30 minutes later when they reached the toll booth. "Dude, what the hell was that?" Ruben asked. "I don't know," his friend replied. "But keep driving. And don't you dare stop at another checkpoint. Say a prayer, man, because I'm freaking out back here." "Check on the passengers," Ruben said. "With how they hit the bus, I'm sure someone had to hear or see something." His heart was pounding in his throat. He could barely breathe. The assistant left the cabin, also shaking from fear. He walked through the aisle. Most of the passengers were still asleep as if nothing had happened. Only one guy was awake, a young man sitting with his window open looking out. The assistant casually approached him and asked, "Hey man, did you see those kids? Crazy how? Out there on the road at that hour, begging for trouble." The passenger looked at him confused. "Kids? I didn't see any kids. Honestly, I was just worried we were stopped for over an hour." "Why did we stop anyway? And where?" "That area was nothing but forest." The assistant stared at him. They swore they had only stopped for 5 minutes. But when they checked the time, it was just past 4 a.m. More than 2 hours had passed. But to them it had felt like just 30 minutes.